think they'd always shine, forever burning in the sky. But even light can fade away into the quiet of decay. I watch them fall beyond my reach, no longer something I could keep, just distant fires in the night, slowly slipping out of sight. Nothing stays the way it burns, everything eventually turns. Extinguished stars above me now, no longer lighting up the clouds. Every wish I made in vain fades into the endless space. Extinguished stars, I understand. Nothing lasts the way we planned, and even brilliance has to fall to nothingness that holds it all. I thought they'd guide me through the dark, but even stars can lose their spark, and what once felt so infinite now feels like something I can quit. And maybe I was wrong to think that everything would always link to something bright and never done. But even light must come undone. Not everything survives the night, even things that feel so right. Extinguished stars above me now, no longer lighting up the clouds. Every wish I made in vain fades into the endless space. Extinguished stars, I understand. Nothing lasts the way we planned, and even brilliance has to fall to nothingness that holds it all. Maybe endings are not cruel, just the universe's rule to remind us what we are, dust beneath the fading star. And maybe I don't need to grieve everything I used to believe, 'cause even darkness has its part in shaping every broken heart. Extinguished stars I see, they were never meant for me, just reflections in the sky of everything that had to die. Extinguished stars, still I stand underneath what time has planned, and in their fading I become part of everything. my heart too close outside. No armor left, no place to hide. Every word can leave a mark, every glance can tear apart. I move like something thin could break, at every bend, at every shake, trying hard to hold my shape while feeling every weight. I'm not made of stone or steel. I break from things you barely feel. Fragile paper skin I'm in, every touch cuts deep within. Folded edges worn too thin, trying hard not to give in. Fragile paper skin, I know even soft winds leave a blow, and all the scars I never show still crease where no one goes. I learned to smile through every tear, pretend the damage disappeared. But water stains don't vanish clean, they stay inside the seams. And maybe I was built this way, to feel too much, to bend afraid. Not broken, just more easily marked by what touches me. No shield, no flawless outer shell, just something delicate as hell. Fragile paper skin I'm in, every touch cuts deep within. Folded edges worn too thin, trying hard not to give in. Fragile paper skin, I know even soft winds leave a blow, and all the scars I never show still crease where no one goes. Maybe fragile doesn't mean I was never strong beneath. Maybe softness has its own way of carrying what's shown, and every rip I thought would end became a place I learned to mend. Not untouched, not free from pain, but still here, all the same. Fragile paper skin, still mine, marked by every boardwalk line. But I don't hate the way I'm made, even if I tear up the vein. Fragile paper skin remains soft enough to feel the rain, and maybe that's not weakness then, just proof I feel again. I still feel you in these halls, like your shadow knows these walls. Every room repeats your shape in ways I cannot separate. The air still holds the things we said, like they never fully left. And I move through what remains, like smoke inside my veins. You're not here, but something stays. A version time won't take away. The ghost of us still walks these rooms, in quiet light and old perfume. I changed the sheets, I changed the frame, but somehow nothing really changed. Because absence has a way of leaving more than it takes away. And maybe love doesn't disappear, it just becomes this atmosphere, a presence shaped by what we knew, that still moves through me too. No heartbeat left, no hands to hold, just something quieter than cold. The ghost of us still walks these rooms in quiet light, oh, perfume. Every memory lingers slow, like something I can't let go. Ghost of us, I feel you near. Not alive, but never cleared. And even though you're really gone, your echo carries on. Maybe I don't need a chase or force your shadow from this place. Maybe healing doesn't mean erasing what has always been. And maybe ghosts are not to fear, just proof that something mattered here. Love too real to disappear, even changed by years. The ghost of us still fades through me, but softer than it used to be. Every memory has its place, without demanding I stay. Ghost of us, I understand. You're not something I must bend, just a story that still moves through the shape of who I've become. I'm not broken all at once, just slowly coming undone. Piece by piece, day by day, something in me drains away. Not enough to disappear, but enough to feel it here. A quiet loss I can't explain, like standing in soft rain. I'm still here, but less somehow. I can feel it fading now. Halfway to zero, I remain. Not gone, just thinning through the pain. Every part I used to know feels a little further from home. I speak, but softer than before, like my voice can't reach the shore. I move, but everything feels slow, like gravity already knows. And maybe this is not the end, just the place where I descend, before I either disappear or rebuild from here. No collapse, no sudden fall, just less of me through it all. Halfway to zero, I remain, not gone, just thinning through the pain. Every part I used to know feels a little further from home. Halfway to zero, not quite dust, still enough to feel the rust. And I don't know what's left of me, but I know what used to be. Maybe zero isn't death, maybe it's what happens next, when everything excess is gone and only truth keeps holding on. And maybe halfway isn't loss, just the measure of the cost of becoming someone new, by surviving what cuts through. Halfway to zero, I can see there's still something left of me. Not the same, but not erased, just reduced to honest shame. Halfway to zero, still alive, somehow breathing still inside. And maybe less is not the end, just where I begin again. I wrote it down to make it stay, a line to keep the dark away. Every word a fragile thread to hold together what I said. But water found the edges slow and blurred the truths I used to know. Now every sentence starts to bend before it reaches end. I tried to keep the shape of me, but nothing written stays complete. Ink bleeds out across the page, turning clarity to haze. Every promise, every line runs beyond what once was mine. Ink bleeds out holding hands, trying hard to understand if what is lost is really gone, or simply changed and moving on. Because some words were never meant to stay the way they first were sent. Maybe meaning shifts with time, like fading in design. No perfect script, no final draft, just something blurred but still intact. Ink bleeds out across the page, turning clarity to haze. Every promise, every line runs beyond what once was mine. Ink bleeds out, I watch it go, taking things I thought I knew. And even though I tried to read, I lose the parts of me. Maybe loss is not erased, just a softer kind of shape. Maybe blurred is not the end, just where old meanings start to bend. And maybe I don't need each word to stay exactly as it was heard. Maybe even washed away, it still becomes part of the page. Ink bleeds out, but something stays in the fibers and the stains. Not as sharp, but still it's true, a different kind of proof. Ink bleeds out, and so do I, changing form but not goodbye. And maybe what I thought was gone has simply carried on. It's in my chest, it's in my head, it's in the things I never said. It's in the space between my breath. It's everything I haven't left. There's no direction, it doesn't go. It grows in places I don't know. In every part I try to hide, just multiplies. I can't separate the parts. It's all just heavy in my heart. It all hurts, I can't divide one feeling from the other side. Every thought, every scar takes me right back to where you are. It all hurts, I can't pretend there's a clear beginning and just everything I've been through here at once. Unclear. I tried to sort it piece by piece to find a way to bring relief, but everything I try to name feels like it's still the same. And maybe pain was never meant to come in parts I can't segment. Maybe it just shows up whole and takes control. No single wound, no single clean. Maybe that's what it means to be alive and still aware of everything that's there. And maybe I don't need control over every broken hole. Maybe feeling all at once is what makes me human. It all hurts, but I'm still here, even through the weight I fear. And maybe hurting doesn't mean I'm stuck inside the in-between. It all hurts, but I can see it's not all defining me. Just something passing through my skin. Still sit still, I can't stay here. The room keeps bending when I'm near. I walk the line from wall to wall, like I'm waiting for a call that won't call. Every step just pulls me back into the thoughts I try to lack. No quiet place, no steady ground, just the sound of going round. I try to stop, I try to breathe, but something underneath won't leave. Restless pacing through my mind, searching for a peace I can't find. Every corner feels the same, like I'm running from my name. Restless pacing, no escape. Every moment bends and shakes, and even still I don't know why I can't just sit and let it die. The floor becomes a looping path of every thought I couldn't pass. I trace the shape of all my fears and footsteps I've repeated years. And maybe still I'm stuck inside a version of me I can't hide, moving but not getting far, just circling who we are. There's no stillness in my chest, only motion. I can't rest. Restless pacing through my mind, searching for a peace I can't find. Every corner feels the same, like I'm running from my name. Restless pacing, no escape. Every moment bends and shakes, and even still I know more. I can't just sit and let it die. Maybe movement isn't wrong, even if it lasts too long. Maybe pacing is a way to survive another day. And maybe I'm not lost at all, just answering a silent call that tells me I'm still alive, even when pressed rewind on the last day, just to see it one more way. Every moment, every line, slipping backward through my mind. The sunlight moved through reverse, like it was trying to rehearse a version where I said the things that might have changed everything. But even if I play it through, it still leads me back to truth. Rewinding the last day again, knowing where it's always been. Every second pulls me back to the moment I lost track. Rewinding the last day slow, even though I already know nothing changes what has passed. But I still rewind it last. I see my face, I hear my voice, every silence, every choice, and all the words I left behind echo softly and rewind. But memory is not a key, it cannot change what used to be. It only shows me what I knew, but couldn't see myself through. No matter how I try again, the ending stays the same within. Rewinding the last day again, knowing where it's always been. Every second pulls me back to the moment I lost track. Rewinding the last day slow, even though I already know nothing changes what has passed. But I still rewind it last. Maybe closure isn't found in going back to sacred ground, but in accepting what remains without rewriting all the pain. And maybe I don't need to see a version that was meant to be, 'cause even endings that I fear still brought me right here. I stop rewinding the last day, let the memory fade away. Every frame, every sound, finally settling down. Rewinding the last day ends, and I don't try to comprehend, because what's done is finally still. And I've learned to feel what's real. There's no crowd here in the end, no voices I need to pretend, just me and everything I made. The echoes softly start to fade, no standing ovation sound, no need for anyone around, just something quiet settling in, where everything I was has been. And I don't need them anymore to Tell me what I'm standing for. Silent applause inside my mind. No one else, just me this time. No loud cheers, no final show. Just the truth I've come to know. Silent applause, I understand. I was enough to take a stand. And even if no one sees, it still means everything to me. I used to chase the outer light to prove that I could win the fight. But now I see it wasn't there. It was always in the air. In everything I had to face, in every loss I learned to place inside a quieter kind of grace that time cannot erase. No validation left to find. It was always in my mind. Silent applause inside my mind. No one else, just me this time. No loud cheers, no final show. Just the truth I've come to know. Silent applause, I understand. I was enough to take a stand. And even if no one sees, it still means everything to me. Baby, greatness isn't loud, not in silence, not in crowds. Maybe it's just knowing when you've made it through yourself again. And every me that thought I liked was just the weight I carried back, until I learned to let it fall and hear my own voice after all. Silent applause, I let it be. It's enough for just me. No more need to prove or try. No more questions asking why. Silent applause, I'm done. No more chasing anyone. Just the quiet truth, I know I was enough all along. The air feels heavy in my lungs, like something here is coming undone. I breathe but nothing feels the same, like oxygen forgot my name. The room is still, but I can hear a static noise I hold too near. It wraps around each quiet thought, like everything I've ever fought. I try to breathe, I try to clear, but everything gets louder here. The static and the oxygen I take, every breath begins to shake, like the air inside. The static in the oxygen I take, every breath begins to shake, like the air itself won't stay, and I can't breathe it anyway. Static in the oxygen tight, filling every space inside, and even when I try to run, it follows every breath I've done. Maybe air was never clean, maybe clarity is unseen, maybe I've been holding tight to something that can't be right, and maybe breathing doesn't mean that everything is safe or clean. It just means I'm still alive, even when I don't feel static in the oxygen still stays, but it doesn't take my space. I can breathe around the noise, I can hear my quieter voice. Static in the oxygen fades, not gone but rearranged, and maybe I don't need control to feel like I am whole. There's nothing left for me to feel, no sharp edge, no wound to heal, just an empty kind of space where something used to take its place. No noise, no chaos in my head, just quiet where it all once bled. And I don't know if this is peace or just the point where things release. I thought I'd break, I thought I'd cry, but now there's nothing left inside. There's a void in my chest tonight, no dark, no wrong, no right, just a space I can't define, where I used to feel alive. The void in my chest, it stays, not loud, just empty in its way, and I don't know what it means to feel something in between. Used to chase what hurt so deep, at least it gave me something to keep. But now the pain has disappeared and left me with what I most feared, a silence I can't fill with sound. No highs, no lows, no up or down, just steady in a hollow place where time moves but leaves no trace. No tears left to fall apart, just space where there was once a heart. There's a void in my chest tonight, no dark, no wrong, right, just a space I can't define, where I used to feel alive. The void in my chest, it stays, not loud, just empty in its way, and I don't know what it means Maybe this is how it goes after everything I've known. And maybe in this quiet space something new will take its place. Not right now, not today, but slowly in its own way. There's a void in my chest, I see. It doesn't have to bury me, just a space I'll learn to hold until it turns to something whole. The void in my chest remains, but it doesn't feel the same. And maybe one day I'll confess there was life inside this emptiness. I started naming every part, like loss could be a form of art. I measured where it broke away and when it first began to stay. I charted silence, mapped the weight of everything I couldn't take, as if by knowing every line I could redefine. But knowing doesn't make it small, it only shows me all. This is the anatomy of loss, the cost beneath what I've lost. Every layer underneath, still connected back to me. Anatomy of loss I see, not simple, not clean. A system I can't fully name, but still remains. I thought if I could understand the shape it takes inside the hand, I might control the way it bends or find where it begins. But grief is not a structure made to fit inside the plans I laid. It moves in ways I can't predict and doesn't need to fit. No equation, no design, just something I can't define. This is the anatomy of loss, the cost beneath what I've lost. Every layer underneath, still connected back to me. Anatomy of loss I see, not simple, not clean. A system I can't fully name, but still remains. Maybe understanding pain doesn't mean it goes away. Maybe knowing what it is just a way to coexist. And maybe loss was never meant to be reduced or fully spent, but something I can learn to hold without making it control. This is the anatomy of loss, not something I can exhaust, just a shape I learned to know as I let it slowly go. Anatomy of loss remains, but it doesn't feel the same. And maybe what I understand is how to stay. I held on thinking it was safe, something steady, something shaped, a way to keep me from the storm, a place to land, a place that's warm. But every step got harder still, like gravity obeyed your will. And what I thought would keep me close became the thing that pulled the most. I called it strength, I call it home, but now I'm sinking all alone. An anchor made of lead below keeps me where I shouldn't go. Every chain I used to trust turns my steady into dust. Anchor made of lead, I see what once held me is burying me. And even though I fear the sea, I can't survive beneath. I wore the weight like it was mine, like suffering could stabilize. But every burden I defend only drags me down again. And maybe not all roots are good, not every shelter's understood. Some things we keep to feel secure are what we need to lose for sure. No storm outside, no crashing wave, just something heavy I won't name. An anchor made of lead below keeps me where I shouldn't go. Every chain I used to trust turns my steady into dust. Anchor made of lead, I see what once held me is burying me. And even though I fear the sea, I can't survive beneath. Maybe letting go won't drown, maybe it's how I surface now. Maybe weight is not the same as love or safety or a name. And maybe drifting isn't lost if staying comes at too much cost. Maybe freedom starts beneath the moment I release. But anchor made of lead, let go, falls where I no longer go. Every chain I leave behind makes more space inside my mind. Anchor made of lead, goodbye, you won't take me under this time. And even though I fear the sea, feel it in my every step, the weight of things I haven't left, like time is settled in my frame, and nothing feels the same. The cracks don't scream, they just exist, like memories I can't resist, not sharp enough to break me down, always hanging around. Not new, not loud, not fast, just something built to last. Brittle bone blues inside of me, a quiet kind of history. Every part that used to bend doesn't heal the same again. Brittle bone blues, I know it moves in every place I go, and even when I try to stand, it understands. I used to fight what I became, now I just learned to name the pain, not as enemy or friend, but something that won't end. And maybe aging isn't just the body breaking down to dust, maybe it's the soul's design to soften over time. No sudden fall, no final cry, just learning how to live this life. Brittle bone blues inside of me, a quiet kind of history. Every part that used to bend doesn't heal the same again. Brittle bone blues, I know it moves in every place I go, and even when I try to stand, it understands. Maybe breaking isn't wrong, maybe it's how we grow strong. Not all centered, not repaired, but still aware. And maybe strength is not in steel, but in the way we learn to feel, even when the edges bruise and we still choose. Brittle bone blues remain, but they don't feel like change, just echoes of a life once new, now lived all the way through. Brittle bone blues I see, perfect line, no room for doubt. A version me I could defend, like I would never have to bend. But something cracked along the way, the truth I couldn't keep at bay. And now I see it in the light, I wasn't always rude. It's hard to face what I become when all the masks start coming undone. Bruises on the ego, I can feel every crack is something real. All the things I used to hide, now I see them clear inside. Bruises on the ego, dead ones I didn't wanna keep. But maybe every mark I show is something I was meant to know. I used to build myself so high on things I couldn't justify. A fragile sense of who I was that broke apart because I never let the truth come through. Afraid of what it might undo. But now there's nothing left to fake and nothing left to break. No perfect image left to show, just who I am beneath it all. Bruises on the ego, I can feel every crack is something real. All the things I used to hide, now I see them clear inside. Bruises on the ego deep, wounds I didn't wanna keep. But maybe every mark I show is something I was meant to know. Maybe I don't need to be the version everyone can see. Maybe breaking down this frame is how I learned my real name. And every bruise I tried to hide was just a truth I pushed aside till it found a way to show everything I need to grow. Bullets on the innocent, but they don't control my will. Every mark I carry now is a lesson I allow. Bruises on the ego fade into something I remain. Not the person I once knew, but someone honest, something true. Same street, same fading light, same windows glowing every night. People passing, never seen, living lives between machines. Everything feels out of touch, but no one here says that much. Just quiet houses, quiet minds, living frozen in their time. No one falls, no one screams, just buried underneath routines. Buried in the suburbs slow, where nothing really lets you go. Every life just looks the same. Different faces, different names. Buried in the suburbs deep, where even wall. A different night, but all the stories feel the same. Just different ways to hide the pain. And I wonder if they feel everything I know is real, or if we're all just drifting through a life we never chose to choose. Nothing breaks, nothing shows, but something underneath still knows. Buried in the suburbs, slow, where nothing really lets you go. Every life just looks the same. Different faces, different names. Buried in the suburbs deep, where even silence learns to sleep. And all the things we never say just fade into another day. Maybe quiet isn't peace. Maybe it's just how we release everything we never face in a slow and hidden place. And maybe I'm not separate here, just another voice of fear, living in a different skin, with the same noise trapped within. Buried in the suburbs still, but I understand what's real. Not every silence means you're gone. Some just carry you along. Buried in the suburbs, they seal. We're all just trying to be free. And even in this quiet state, there's still a way to navigate. It's not a storm, it's not a wave, just something small I couldn't save. 1,000 things that barely show, but never seem to let me go. It doesn't crash, it doesn't break, it just repeats for its own sake. And somehow all the quiet weight becomes too much to take. It shouldn't feel like this at all, but I still feel it when I fall, drowning in shallows again, where nothing starts, nothing ends. Every inch I try to stand pulls me further than I planned. Drowning in shallows, I see it's not the depth that's killing me, it's everything that stays the same without a name. It's all the noise that doesn't scream, the half-thoughts slipping through my dream, the kind of weight you can't explain, but always feels the same. And maybe overwhelm can grow in places no one else would know. Not from disaster, not from fire, but constant quiet wire. No breaking point, no final line, just endless small things over time. Drowning in shallows again, when nothing starts. this constant strain that never breaks but stays. And maybe drowning isn't fall, but carrying it all without a place to set it down, without a sound. Drowning in shadows, still here, not consumed but never clear. And maybe I can learn to float on what I used to choke. Drowning in shallows, I know it moves wherever I go, but I don't sink the way I did, I just exist. I open doors I used to close and see what silence always knows. A row of space where you once stayed, now hanging empty day by day. No jacket left, no fabric weight, just air that learned to imitate the shape of something I still see, but isn't here with me. It shouldn't hurt this much to look at something simple in the room. Empty hanger ache I feel in places nothing else is real. Every space you used to fill is standing quietly still. Empty hanger, still it stays like memory that never fades. And I don't know why something small can mean it all. I tell myself it doesn't mean what every morning makes it seem, but absence has a way of growing in the things we're not unknowing. And maybe grief is not just cries, but noticing what's not inside. The smallest lack becomes a sign that you are mine. No sound, no sign.